What's going on, guys? This is Alec here and welcome to episode 10 of my Swansea City career mode. I firstly want to kick things off by saying sorry for not uploading the past 2 days. I've been extremely busy and I'm sure my microphone should be here now. I ordered it last Wednesday, I think, and it's Friday now, so I'm sure it should be here. But as I said at the end of last episode, we have a cup game up against Crystal Palace, who we did actually play last time in the league. I won't spoil that result for you, but yeah, here's Crystal Palace's team. I think they changed it around quite a bit. They've got Remy up front as opposed to Christian Benteke. Got a solid team, Crystal Palace. They've changed a lot of players around and they've still got a solid team, much like ours. I think we've got a strong team, even though we like to change players around a bit. Keeson Young, Leon Britton coming in there. I think we've got Fernando Llorente starting up front, like I said, Nathan Dyer. I decided to play Routledge in behind the striker this time. I'm not sure whether this is the first time I've done it or not, but I decided to play him there this time just because I think with Llorente up front, or Llorente, however you want to pronounce it, I thought I'd need a little bit of pace in behind, and that's what I did. But yeah, one thing I want to ask as well, guys, would you all be interested in me starting a career mode with a League 2 team, a League 1 team, or a Championship team? I was thinking maybe someone like Portsmouth. I wouldn't mind, just because Fratton Park's in the game. But opening up the game straight from kickoff, we get a good chance there, and able to put that one away. But yeah, please let me know down in the comments below if you want to see me start with a lower league team, and if so, what team. I'd appreciate that. But yeah, on to this game, a midweek game against Crystal Palace, a pretty hard game up in Selhurst Park, a stadium I've actually always really wanted to go to. But starting that play slowly here, Wayne Routledge doing some good work. He's managed to get past a few of them, and a good ball through to Fernando Llorente on the left foot. He finishes it into the bottom right corner. Very decent finish from the Spanish striker there. Like I said, guys, Routledge in behind the striker, a lovely bit of pace. He draws so many defenders. A nice little through ball, and when it comes to Fernando Llorente, that's a decent finish into the bottom right corner. And we're 1-0 up away from home. I knew this was going to be a hard game. Crystal Palace have got some brilliant players. Townsend, and what a goal. Straight from my goal. I literally wasn't in the lead for too long before Andros Townsend, who probably is one of the better players on the pitch. But to be fair, if you look here, Nordveld should be doing better. I don't even know what that is. Someone commented at the start of the first episode, well, they want to see Nordveld a lot, and I'm not bashing you at all, whoever commented that, because I want to see him too. I want to see Nordveld play. But that's 2 goals that he should be saving. Andros Townsend again scores a header in the 45th minute. We go 2-1 down just before half time. I really do think that one is a little more excusable, but the first one, you can't excuse that. This one here, it's a good header, but it's such a poor attempt at saving it, and I'm so gutted because I really want to see Nordveld do well for me. But yeah, that's half time. We're 2-1 down. At half time, I thought I'd change some things up, try and play a bit more attacking football, and that's what we did. As you can see here, Townsend again, good bit of play in behind the strike, and it comes to Nathan Dyer with a good chance, and it just goes wide. Nathan Dyer just hasn't quite got the composure to put that one away there, but we're still attacking now. Here's Neil Taylor up into Wayne Routledge, who's had a man of the match performance so far for us, and it's still Wayne Routledge. Not sure what the Palace defenders are doing, and he ends up tucking it away with a decent finish. It wasn't too special. I do think Mandanda could have done a little bit better, but regardless, I'll take it. A good run from Routledge. Really, really poor defending from Crystal Palace, it has to be said. As you can see here, I think it's Townsend. He just steps up stupidly there. Not Townsend, sorry, Tompkins. Just steps up stupid. It might not even be Tompkins. But yeah, Palace now up this end with a good chance. Taylor gives it straight to them, and it's a decent attempt. Well, it's not a decent attempt. It's a good bit of defending from Jordi Amat, I believe, got in the way. But here's Routledge on the ball, who really was the star man. I decided to bring McBurney on in this game as well. And Routledge just bursting through the defence. Good ball through to Nathan Dyer. And what will he do now? He goes for a shot, and he creeps it in at the bottom corner. Nathan Dyer. Like I said, Wayne Routledge was man of the match this game, and I am going to try and start him more in the Premier League after this performance. I think that's 3 assists that he got. Oh no, 2 assists and 1 goal. As you can see there, just a nice little ball through to Nathan Dyer. I don't think he should be scoring from there. I think Mandanda has to do a little bit better, especially being an 85 rated keeper. But regardless, we'll score, we'll take it. But yeah, we get another chance to attack here. Crystal Palace putting men forward to try and get a goal to equalise. But Leon Britton into Jefferson Montero here, squares up the defender. Nice little bit of play from Montero. He goes for the cross in, and it comes to Nathan Dyer, the smallest man on the pitch. The only 2 in the box were Nathan Dyer and Leon Britton, And as soon as I crossed it, I was like, why have I just done that? But take it in, breathe it in. Nathan Dyer scores ahead. Don't expect to see much more of them, but a good chance here again as Nathan Dyer gets the ball. We pass it on to Jonathan Leko, who I brought on the bench. Good ball into the box, but it's a good punch from Mandanda. Falls nicely to Ki Sung Young, but the attempt is pretty poor, and Mandanda catches it easily. As you can see, we're drawing up to the end of the game here. Leon Britton not winning that header, which was a really big surprise because he's really good in the air, Leon Britton. But now, 4-2 away from home at Selhurst Park. That's a decent result in my opinion. In the cup as well, we changed probably 11 changes again from the league tie against Palace. But yeah, a good win away from home, and we progress in the cup. I believe we're in the semis now, and I'll show the table in a sec. I believe we are in the semis, yeah, against Chelsea, which will be a very tough game. But we actually played Chelsea in this cup, in the Capital One Cup, when it was called the Capital One Cup, when Swans actually won it a couple of years back in the semi-finals. I believe, yeah, that was in the semi-finals, and then we went on to play Bradford in the finals. So, as you can see on the right-hand side of the table there, the teams are left in it: Villa, Southampton, West Ham and Stoke. I think probably Villa would be the obvious choice to want to come up against. You know, they got relegated last season. But, yeah, just letting you guys know, if I sound a bit different this episode, I've got a cut on my tongue and it's stopping me from talking normal. So if I start speaking a completely different language, then you now know the reason why. But yeah, as you can see here, we're sifting through our youth players, our youth academy. I still need to bring one of these through. One of the board objectives this season was to bring one of these players through and make them appear in 10 games, whether it be off the bench or start. So I still do need to work towards that. But yeah. Next game, another game away from home in London, a really tough one up against Spurs at White Hart Lane. But as you can see, we're top of the table, going into this with a lot of confidence. Spurs are third, just 2 points behind me. A win for them would make them overtake us. But this is the team they're going out with. Christian Eriksen there, who's obviously a really big threat. You might have seen on the bench Divock Origi, some good players they got. It's a solid team all round. For me, the only problem that they've got in the team is they've got Eric Dyer and Victor Wanyama starting both at CDM. I think for me, you've got at least one of your holding midfielders to be really good on the ball, and neither of them are. But yeah, this is our team we're going out with. I think it's probably the same team that started against Palace at home in the league, I want to say. Boha Baston up front. Like I said, I have said it a lot of times, I'm going to start trying to get him in. And I've received a lot of suggestions of who I should sign in January. I've taken them all on board, but a decent chance there from Spurs to start off the game. Harry Kane with a good chance, but you're Stephen Kingsley now into Memphis Depay, back into Jack Cork, into Gylfi Sigurdsson, and Baston was away there, but it comes to Sigurdsson nicely. Good effort. Barrow was in space. I've only just realised that looking back on the replay, but a decent attempt from Sigurdsson. But here's Eric Dyer in behind. Got a good chance here. What can he do? And it's a poor shot. Good save from Vorm. Wasn't really tested on that occasion. But a corner for Spurs now. Vorm comes out. He flaps at it. He falls down. Will we manage to get it away? Here's Musa Sissoko. Good attempt and a good save from Vorm again. And nothing came from that corner. We have a free kick here, 36 yards out with Sigurdsson, and I thought I may as well try and hit it. He curves it around the wall, it's going into that bottom right hand corner, but as you'll see from the replay, Lloris pretty much had it covered the whole time. It was a good attempt, but it's just too far out to really be troubling a keeper like Lloris. But yeah, coming up to the half-time mark, can we conjure up any last chance? It's a good ball from Leroy Fair into Mo Barrow. Mo Barrow take a shot, it's deflected, it falls nicely back to Mo Barrow. He'll pass it into Leroy Fair, and a lovely finish into that bottom left corner. We score in front of the travelling Swans fans. 1-0 just on the stroke of half-time. This is just when we conceded against Crystal Palace, the second goal to go 2-1 down. But we managed to score this time. Barrow into Fair, and it's just a first-time shot. Puts it back across where it came from. A decent finish from Fair, who I've really been impressed with both in this game and in real life for Swans. Yeah, as you saw, that was the last kick of the half, just like the Palace game for us. And yeah, second half. Coming out, I didn't decide to change anything. I don't think any subs were made at half-time. But here's Gylfi Sigurdsson. Go pass through to Memphis Depay, and he squares up the keeper. It's a good finish into the bottom corner. And as you see, he'll go and celebrate with our bench players, Martin Odegaard there. And I believe that's Nordveld warming up too. But yeah, good finish from Memphis. It's poor defending from Spurs. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've been really disappointed with the defending on Legendary. As you can see, Memphis gets his 5th goal of the Premier League there. I've been really disappointed with the defending or legendary CPU this year. It's nice to score goals and all, but he used to pie through again. And I don't know why he took that with his left foot. I'll take the blame for that, I guess, but still, I do think Memphis should be doing better there. But yeah, like I said, the legendary computer defending is not too good. A lot of easy chances, and it just seems like I am playing on amateur computer sometimes. Even though they're better at attacking, defending, they're really not very strong. But yeah, that's that game coming to an end. This is this episode coming to an end. Thank you guys so much for watching episode 10. We got to double figures. I'm very impressed. But yeah, 2 wins out of 2. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, for another episode. Peace.